I was having a shave one morning. It happened to be a Thursday, and I felt a little node under my submandibular area, and I didn't like the feel of it. It felt to me if it was like a lymphoma. So Thursday mornings I actually I attended a head and neck clinic at St Vincent's. I consulted with one of my colleagues there. He didn't like the feel of it, so that was Thursday. Monday morning I was being operated on to do an excisional biopsy. Had the result Tuesday, which came back lymphoma. Wednesday I rang a haematology friend of mine. About next week I had a CT PET scan which showed it also had a disease in my arm and in my spleen. And we went from there. It was a low-grade follicular lymphoma. Well, it's got to be some advantages working in the system, but the thing is that I had worked with these guys for 20 years in various hospitals. So I think if you've got a disease like that, sometimes you can pick up a lymphoma. If you've got a solitary node, you can actually treat it and you can cure it. But with a follicular lymphoma, it's actually spread elsewhere. It can be controlled by chemotherapy, but it's probably not curable at this stage. One of the treatments is to not treat. So in this case, we decided to have a wait and watch. And after 3 years, the disease was progressing, so then we decided to go for treatment. But I could actually feel the nodes under my arms getting bigger and elsewhere getting bigger all the time. But I wasn't sick. I still climbed over that 3-year period. I climbed a 6,500 metre mountain in Nepal, and I went dog sledding in the Yukon and things like that. I was still running 15, 16 Ks in the weekend. So I was still well, basically. I don't think it changed my life much at all, really. I mean, I did discuss it with my family. Basically, I said, this is what I've got, this is what we're going to do. I said I'll live long enough to spend the inheritance, so the kids weren't happy. But I think the fact that I was okay with it means that they were okay with it too. There was no sort of significant concern on their behalf because I had a very good knowledge of the progression of this disease and what needed to be done. Everyone has a different response to the same news, basically, but it's difficult to say because some people might sort of fall in a heap because they suddenly realise they're mortal and things like that. But I think my background and my training is such that it's just a part of life, and you just get on with it. Basically, there's no point in dwelling on it. It's not going to make any difference if you change your attitude or do things differently. I just stayed the same and did the same things. Continue on as you are. If you're living a life that you enjoy. I think the only difference I did is that I assessed my working commitments, which is I was getting up before 6 every morning of the week. I had ward rounds at 7 at 2 hospitals and very busy schedule. I was actually a consultant at 3 hospitals. And I sort of looked back and I said, well, I think I need to cut down. So I actually retired from one of the hospitals. So I now work a 4-day week. And I think that move really helped me. It sort of gave me a Monday, or supposedly gave me a Monday off. And it just sort of made my working life more manageable, which helped overall, I think, in just my general well-being and how to manage my life.